Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Packers, and it comes your way next.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one is incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Jones again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The kick by Lambeau is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately he settled for just a field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Here's Jacobs. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and can you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in. For 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal. And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you? No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half. And I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains. And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, it's Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, Jacobs fights him off. A first down and more for Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
He hits Beasley right side.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Jones. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
You take it right on the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
2nd and 10.
Throwing, Jones. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. From the gun, Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you...
Touchdown, Packers! De'Ami Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 36, Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Edwards.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Curtis Samuel, as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway,
as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
On 1st and 10, Jones looking deep for Adams. It got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 38, Jones. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Running right, Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he's defensively, a potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Flush to his right. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, Jones throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 24, Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Jones. And it's complete to Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. Josiah DeGuara. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag. So that challenge, a successful one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one taken just inside the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
He hits Adams complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and the Raiders pick it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
No doubt those are the types of